What is up? It's Apoqsi back at it again with another Fallout 4 video, and there has been a good amount of feedback and speculation on my Far Harbor breakdown on whether or not this weapon right here is a harpoon gun. So during my breakdown video, I had mentioned it looks similar to something like a shotgun, but multiple people have pointed out in the comment section that there actually seems to be something like a harpoon sticking out from the top of this fog crawler's head. And honestly, I just thought this was a part of the creature until now when people pointed it out, and I no longer believe this is a part of the creature. It definitely looks like a foreign object sticking out of its head. But without further ado, let's roll the intro.
It's good to be back.
Alright, so the point of this video is to get all of you to leave your opinions down in the comment section below on whether you think this is convincing enough information and whether this is much to go off of for speculating that this is a harpoon gun. Leave all your thoughts down in the comment section below on this speculation from both the community and myself. So let's go ahead and get started by going to the first clip, in which we can see a non-glowing version of the fog crawler. And here you can actually see there is indeed no harpoon-like object sticking out of the center of its face like seen in the other clip. It does, however, have visibly all the same physical features, with the only visible difference being whether or not it's glowing. And that is definitely very interesting, because unless the glowing one has some sort of metal pike sticking out of its face, I'm pretty sure this is indeed a harpoon. So if we go ahead and slow-mo the glowing one clip, we can actually identify that the object does not move along with the fog crawler. And now if we freeze frame this scene again, we can actually tell the object resembles the rusted metal texture on the weapon itself, which is actually what caused the speculation in the first place of this being a foreign object in the creature's head, and many people suspect a harpoon gun. So the fog crawler is, of course, as we can all see, if you can see black and white, if you can see colors, the fog crawler is black with a wetness look to it, along with glowing one features, all of which doesn't seem to match what we suspect to be a harpoon. I'd also like to note the lower poly count and resolution for this object in comparison to the rest of the fog crawler, which also kind of backs up the information that this isn't a part of the creature itself. And something else we can actually tell from the trailers, Bethesda is doing an amazing and outstanding job with making the weapons and armor truly fit along with the atmosphere and New Mutant theme that we have in Far Harbor. And a very good example of this is the new melee weapon, which is essentially just a large fish hook on a stick. And that weapon really caught my attention because it shows that they are trying to make weapons that go along with the theme and atmosphere and creatures that are in this DLC. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was a harpoon weapon. I'd also like to continue on by adding this Far Cry 4 image that sort of shows us a similar design to a video game harpoon gun, and they look pretty similar. The only really difference between the Fallout one and the Far Cry one that is very significant is the Fallout reload animation, as it has some sort of pump action style reload on the side grip. So I'm not quite too sure on how the loading of a harpoon would work in this case on this weapon. Maybe you just pump it back and then you put a harpoon in. Maybe it has a magazine of harpoons. I'm not quite too sure of how it could work. I guess we can find out if this is indeed a harpoon weapon, and I'm pretty excited. And that's really all the information we can base the speculation off of as for now, but I thought I would go ahead and take it upon myself to go further into this speculation and find as much information that backs it up as much as possible. So please leave your thoughts on whether you think this is a harpoon gun down in the comments section below, or do you think it's some other weapon like a shotgun. Let me know whether you enjoyed this speculation video and whether or not you'd like to see more by smacking that like button down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to join the good fight if you haven't already. It would be super greatly appreciated as always. In addition, check out sugarbomb.com, the sexy forum website made by Bethesda fans for all of you Bethesda fans. The link is in the description. I really suggest you check it out. So anyways, until next time, this is Apoqsi signing off.